Hello and welcome to Kim's Wellness Space, the podcast. I'm Kim, and I'm so pleased that you're here, whether you're listening or whether you're watching by YouTube. Doesn't matter. I'm super happy that you're here. And this is a special edition podcast episode that I wasn't actually planning on recording today or putting out today because I'm literally recording it now. I'm going to put it out later on. It's something that I wanted to talk about, and I had actually broken it into different sections so that the next few podcasts would kind of build and allude to what I'm going to talk about today. But while I was out walking this morning, I just thought, I just need to do it now because I know that many of you are consuming content at the moment, whether it be podcasts, whether you're reading articles, whether you're scrolling, whatever it is, you're consuming a lot. And we get really overwhelmed. And then there's this huge pressure to make new intentions or start something new. And I know that that there are a lot of us out there that have voiced that we are still in hibernation. We're not doing anything super exciting. Like, we might be making a few plans of how we want next year, but we're not taking massive leaps and bounds because it's winter. And if you've been here for any time before, you will have known I said this before. Like, for me, spring, that is my new year. January, no, it just doesn't align with me. It's cold. I'm supposed to be hibernating. I fully believe that. As soon as I started to let go of this whole new year, new you, got to do this, got to do that, I just felt so right in my body. And so I'm recording this special podcast because I want to share a really important message, and it's come over time and time again. All of the clients that I've worked with this year and the years before that, and we are all very similar, aren't we? That's the thing. Like, we all sit and we consume this stuff and we look and we're like, oh, but it's not me and I don't know how to. That's not true. Like, your problems are the same as everybody else's problems to some degree. Like, the degrees are different, but they're the same problems. And I think that's why marketing works so well. But we also know that my solution for me is not your solution for you. You have to find your own way. And it's overwhelming. So today's special podcast is going to be about getting rid of that overwhelm. So there's two things. So first of all, I want to talk about the truth, your truth. Then I'll ask you some questions. And the second one is the fact that you're focusing on the wrong thing. And if you can flip your focus, it will become easier. And that overwhelm will actually disappear without you even trying. And I think that's really important. And one of the things that I am taking into next year more and more, and it's not a new thing for me, but it's maybe you haven't heard me say it before, or maybe I haven't said it in these words, but it's simplicity. I always want things to be easy and accessible for everyone. I hate it when it's like, oh, you can actually be amazing, but you've got to do 25 steps. It's going to cost you this much money, and only the elite can do it. Like, no, I'm not here for that. I think every single woman, like every woman, whatever age, but definitely in midlife and moving through midlife into crone era. And yeah, I'm going to call it that because I want to. Like, you can call it whatever you want, but I'm calling it our crone era. Like, embracing that menopause. I want us to feel amazing. I don't want us to feel like, oh, okay, life's finished now and we're a bit tired and a bit creaky, and so I'll just slow down and wait to die. No, we're not here for that. I'm not here for that at all. I am going to be a kick-ass grandma. I'm already a kick-ass grandma. I am getting stronger and healthier as the days go by. I can do more and more things. I am going to live the rest of my life. I'm not waiting for anything. I am living it. I am embracing it. I want you to feel like that too. So I really want to make everything super, super simple and get rid of all the overwhelm. so that you also can listen or read content that I might share and be like, okay, yeah, I get that. It's like 2 steps. I can do that. That's achievable for me. Or, okay, I can like wriggle that round to work for me. And that one thing will have an impact on my life. That is what I want to be sharing more and more, the simplistic things. So, how do we get from this in between Christmas, New Year, where everything is shouting at us that we need to buy this and we need to look like that, and why are we not doing this yet? How do we get from that to actually feeling amazing, feeling well, and having good health? Whenever I describe anything, I always say for your health and wellness. I never say for your fitness, and I never say for your weight loss. And fitness and weight loss come into it, but I want it to be for your health and wellness. I want you to feel well, and I want you to be in good health. And that is accessible to all of us in a degree. We just need to simplify it, and we need to find our way through. So let's look at this truth first. A lot of women that I work with that are, I'm going to sort of plump them into the ages of, say, like 45 to 70. That's the age range of the women that I work with. A lot of them come to me and say, I'm not really interested in the weight loss, Kim, but I know that I could eat better. I know I need to move more, and I'm just tired. I want to feel better. And that's amazing because the structure that I use, it covers all of your health and wellness. It doesn't go on one thing, because we know, don't we, that we can put our focus on one thing, but it affects everything. Without us even trying, it affects everything. Like if you drink a glass of water, it's going to affect other things in your life. So my structure that I use covers all of your health and wellness. So if you're not interested in losing weight, it doesn't matter. It's my structure and the coaching that I use, the On Track method by Nikki Gundy, it still works. And it's very, very interesting that the majority of ladies that come to me that say, I'm not interested in weight loss, but I just want to feel better, at the end of the first 4 weeks say, I'm really disappointed I haven't lost the weight that I thought I would, even though they're not here for the weight loss. Because really they are here for the weight loss. It's just they haven't admitted that to themselves yet. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, honestly, no judgment from me at all. But if we can get really truthful with ourselves, it's not going to change the structure that I use. I'm not going to make you do anything different when I coach you, but at least you're being honest with yourself. So, I want to feel better and I want to feel more healthy. For me personally, does that mean that I want to lose weight? Yeah, of course, but it's not the be all and end all. I love my body. My body is strong. I can pick up my grandchildren. I can get on and off the floor with them. I can roll around. I can chase them. I can do all the things. I can help my husband fix the van. I can carry the shopping in. I can reach the top shelf. I can get up and down off the chair without making that weird noise. You know, the one that just comes out your mouth when you don't expect it. I can do all that. So I'm super happy. But if I could wave a magic wand, absolutely, I'd still shred a few more pounds. Like, I definitely think that that's something that I want. But I'm not solely focused on that. I'm focused on my wellness and I'm focused on my health. But if someone was to ask me, are you doing this because you want to lose some weight? Yeah, of course, I do want to lose some weight. But there's loads of other things I want to do as well. So for all of the women that said to me, I really want to do this accountability coaching with you, Kim, but I'm not interested in losing weight, so I'm not going to count calories. I don't want to do that. Every single one of them at the end said, I was a bit disappointed that I didn't lose more weight. But you know what? They did lose weight and they weren't trying. And that is the thing. And that brings us really nicely onto the focus, because I think that you are all focusing on the wrong thing, because I have focused on the wrong thing too. And when my focus changed, everything changed. And I think that that will make a difference for you as well. So if you're listening to this and thinking, yeah, okay, I'm going to be really truthful with myself. And actually, I would like to lose some more weight. And I would like to be able to get off the chair without making that weird noise that comes out of my mouth and I don't even know it's going to come out. Or it would be quite fun if when I'm sitting on the floor, I could jump off and like move rather than having to hold onto the chair or somebody to help me up, or like, and no shade, like, it doesn't matter. everyone's different, and it's a starting place. Um, but let's move the focus. So at the moment, you're focused on when I lose weight, I will feel better, or I want to be able to go to the gym every day, or I need to be able to do a pull up, or like, so you're all focusing on the really big, massive goal. And that's fine. Like, say, for example, I don't want to be a size 10, but say, for example, I want to be a size 10. And my focus is everything I'm doing is to get to that size 10. Everything I'm doing is to get to that size 10. Everything I'm doing is to get to that size 10. It's exhausting and it's overwhelming and it's not happening quickly. So I'm then looking, what am I doing wrong? What should I change? What should I eat today? What did I not do yesterday? Right. It adds to that overwhelm. It adds to the anxiety. It adds to the stress. It adds to the I'm failing. When actually, okay, size 10, great, over there. Let's come back to right now. What can I do right now that's a small step that I can do consistently that is different to that I've done yesterday, and just concentrate on now. So for me, I could drink a glass of water. I could go for a walk. I could have some vegetables. I could eat fruit. It's those small things. And then I'm going to focus on that. I'm not focusing on the goal over there because I know I've already decided. I know what that goal is. I don't need to give it any more thought. The only thought I need to give is right now, what is the next thing that I'm going to do? The next thing I'm doing. So for me, the next thing I'm doing once I've recorded and sorted out this podcast is I'm going to go and have my lunch and I'm going to go and eat vegetables because I want to. I'm plant-based, vegan, whichever way you want to call it. You know that if you've been here for a while. I love vegetables. I'm going to have vegetables. That is my next action. What am I going to do later? It doesn't matter. I'm just concentrating on my next action. So if you're listening to this and thinking, oh, I've already messed up because I had Cocoa Pops for breakfast, that doesn't matter. What's your next action? What are you going to do next? Forget the overwhelming, like massive picture of, oh my God, I've got to lose all of this weight. No, 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 no. What are you doing today? What are you doing right now? What are you doing now? Right now. What are you doing now? Have you got water next to you? Have you I don't know. Are you still listening to this in bed? Are you having a lay in? Amazing. Enjoy that lay in because it's this weird time in between Christmas and New Year when nobody even knows what day of the week it is. And it is a Monday if you're listening. But it doesn't matter. But what is your next action going to be? Are you going to get up and give yourself some lovely food that's going to fuel your body? Or are you going to get out of bed and go for a walk? Or maybe you've got a workout, or maybe you're going to do some yoga, or maybe you're going to go meet a friend for a coffee, or whatever it is. What is your next action? Because if you can focus on this drink, this piece of food, this movement, like the little tiny steps, if you can do that today and get to the end of the day and be like, amazing, look at all these things I've done that I can I've done that, that's so good. And just think in your head slightly, what is tomorrow going to look like? What is the first action I'm going to do in the morning when I wake up? And then when you wake up, you do the action, you've won, you're winning. And then what am I doing next? And now what am I going to do? And now what am I going to? And if you keep doing all those now moments, they build up. You can celebrate them, you can notice. And then over time, all of a sudden, you are that person that gets out of bed, drinks a glass of water, goes for a walk, works out, eats delicious food. And oh my goodness, the weight will have gone. And you're not even focusing on, I've got to lose, I've got to lose. You're focusing on living right now, doing really simple things, and they make you feel amazing. They give you good health, and your wellness is blooming and blossoming. I mean, how exciting is that? That is much nicer than going to bed every night thinking, oh God, I've really got to lose weight. What have I got to do now? Oh my goodness, that didn't work today. Like, I've got on the scales, it hasn't moved. It doesn't matter. We don't care about the scales. We don't ever have to step on a scale again if we don't want to, because we know that I'm doing this now and this is the best thing I can do for my health in this moment. The next moment, this is the best thing that I can do for my health in this moment. The next moment, this is the best thing I can do now. Do you see how you're always, and you're enjoying it? You're enjoying the process. And that is why it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle, because you find out the things that make you feel amazing, the things that make you feel energized, and then you just do them on repeat. And then all of a sudden, that massive goal that's right over there that you're not focusing on, you've achieved. Those people that you're watching that make it look easy, that are getting up and doing whatever, and you're in bed thinking, God, look at them. They've already been for their walk this morning, and I don't even know what I'm doing today. They didn't do it overnight. They've practiced. They've practiced these little tiny things over and over again. And they know that it's the practice that is the important part. And they also know that when practicing, sometimes you get things wrong. Sometimes you'll do things and you'll be like, oh, that was horrible. I didn't like that. Or, oh, that activity is not for me. Or, oh my goodness, I went out and had that massive piece of cake and I wasn't planning on doing that. But you know what? It was yummy. And now I'm going to get on to the next thing. Like, practicing is what the thing, never ever perfection, always practicing. So if there's one thing that you can take from this special podcast today, it is to get super true with yourself on what your goals are and what you are actually doing. A lot of the reason we track is just to actually work out what it is we are really doing, so we're not telling ourselves lies. So get really truthful with yourself, work out what your actual really big goal is, that massive one that you want at maybe at the end of the year, and then just kind of forget about that and work out what you can do now. So once you've finished listening to this podcast, and obviously you're going to share it, you're going to like it, you're going to leave me a fabulous 5-star review so that other people find it. Of course you are. We know that. Thank you so much. Once you've done that, what are you doing next? For me, I'm going to go and eat my vegetables. So I really hope this is helpful. If you still feel a little bit overwhelmed, you know where I am. Send me a message on Instagram. I'd love to hear from you. If you want to tell me what your massive goal is and what your small goals are, also do that. Come tell me on Instagram. Like, share. Let's share the love. Let's get everything really simple so that for 2026, we are enjoying this lifestyle of all of these little habits that begin to form to make us feel amazing so that we accidentally hit that big goal at the end of the year. Okay, thank you so much for listening. I hope this has been super helpful, and enjoy the rest of what's left of 2025.